Hi everyone, so welcome to Sociology. My name is Ms. Kip and I will be your teacher and facilitator for this class. I have been teaching for a really long time, online now for a whole decade with Virtual Academy. And so I'm really excited to get to work with you this semester and see what we can learn about how groups of people function and interact with each other. I'm really excited about the content of sociology. Sociology goes into how groups of people impact each other and kind of how those groups form a society and a culture. And so that's what we're going to be diving into. Anytime you have questions, I am more than happy to help. In this video, I'm going to walk you through just some of the basic functions of our class and kind of the things you need to know about how it works. So I'm going to tour you around a little bit. I am in a student view here. Yours may look a tiny bit different. It might be gray at the top instead of blue, but I wanted you to be able to see it from a student perspective. So that's what we have here. When you first click on, now first of all, to get to sociology, which hopefully you've already figured out, you hit courses and then sociology. And the first page you're always going to see is this updates area. So this is an area, think of it like the whiteboard in a regular classroom where I might post, hey, these are the due dates that are coming up. These are the things that are important to talk about. You're always welcome to comment on those things. I leave commenting open so that you can ask questions. Just keep it school appropriate. But this is just a fun spot for us to touch base about what's going on in class. I may ask questions or polls or put comics in here. It's just kind of a fun space. You'll notice on the right-hand side here, this is your calendar. It has all of the due dates that are coming up in class. So usually you'll see a few weeks at a time. These may not always be open to you, but I want you to be really careful. You don't want to navigate to them by clicking here, because what that does is it takes you directly to the assignment and it misses all the pages in front of it that explain how to do the assignment. So instead, when you're looking for your course content, instead of using the links over here, you're going to click on Materials. On the first page here, we have a teacher contact and course information. This is where we can use this little drop-down arrow. You can see it's got my contact information, your course syllabus, things that you may want to refer back to. But the big folder you're going to be in most of the time is this course content folder. And then we can jump into an actual session. Here's our orientation session. And it'll first show you everything that's in that folder, but the easiest way to navigate it is just to click on the first page. Make sure you scroll down and read everything here. And then use the next button to navigate to the next pages throughout a session. And here is that syllabus quiz that we saw in the calendar. So if I had just clicked on that, I would have jumped here and I would have been like, what am I supposed to do, right? So you want to be sure that you're starting at the beginning of a folder and then navigating through that. So that's your materials area. That's where you'll find the actual course content, the stuff we're doing in class. Again, that updates area was where you would find your announcements. When we click on grades, you will notice that there's two grading period things here, and you have to use these little arrows to open them up. So if I open up here, I can see that the grades in this course are weighted, so 50% assignments, 10% discussions, 20% projects, 20% tests and quizzes. And when I actually open this up, I can see the things that are in that particular area right now. So I can see under assignments, I have some of these intro assignments that are here. Once you have completed something, you will see the grade over here, and you'll also see my comments out to the right. This is where I give you feedback on assignments. You want to be really sure that you're reading those comments and using them to improve your work. And sometimes that comment might say, go to the assignment to see more, and you can do that by clicking on the actual assignment link. When I do some of those, I'll give you more details on how to find those. The other thing I wanted to point out here is that some of these this is a rubric button. If you click that rubric button, you can see the actual rubric for how you're being assessed on that particular assignment. And once it's graded, this is where you'll actually see how you did on the rubric too. The different categories for your score will be highlighted in green. So pretty important little area here. You'll also see the Mastery tab. It's not one we use very often. Mastery and attendance is not listed in here, but I did want to mention the attendance policy for this class. It is in the syllabus, it's explained in detail, but what you need to know is that I take attendance every day on Thursdays. This is the Jeffco virtual policy. And I'm looking back at the last week to see if you've been active in class. If you have a C or better in class for your average, you're automatically marked present for the whole week. If you have less than a 70% in class, then I will go back and look, have you submitted at least 2 assignments in the last week? If so, you'll be counted present for the whole week. So that would be Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, since we take attendance on Thursdays. Okay, so let me know if you have any trouble with that or if that doesn't make sense. But it's flexible and encourages you to maintain being active in the class. Let's see, none of these other tabs here are things that you need to know about, but that gives you a basic overview of the class. And what we will start with in this very first session is an orientation, which will be due on Monday, August 20th. And then we'll jump into Unit 1, which is an introduction to sociology. It's just some of the basics about what it is and what kind of careers are involved in it. Thanks, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me.